Yo, what up, what up, what up? You know what I'm saying? All praises to the Most High. Alright, people. I got a lot of things going on right now. I'm to trying my best to like stay focused, stay grounded, man, and just get everything done that I'm supposed to get done, man. So, I gotta tell you to do something like you really just find yourself doing it. Everybody not gonna understand really what you're doing. Some people will, but not to say anything negative. Sometimes you gotta pray like yourself and just like take a second. You know what I'm saying? Father God, we come to you today. Just how Father, we ask that you would close all doors that are open to the devil against me and my family and the nation. In a way of financial wellness, financial and economic growth and development, as well as all other areas of our life, Father. We ask that you would close every single door that the devil has had access over the last few years, so that everything can be completely secure. In Jesus' mighty name, we pray. Amen. All right, man. Byzantine Empire is, it's like heaven on earth. So a lot comes with this, man. When I'm coming in, you know what I'm saying. Can you please turn on that light while you up for a second? It's just different, you know what I'm saying. So in my mind's eye, like to kind of like explain it a little bit more. It's like the Messianic kingdom, you know what I'm saying. So it's a viable source of understanding what it is and where it's coming from, you know what I'm saying. So many times, like sometimes we get in our own way. So it's reality TV, you know what I'm saying. Byzantine Empire, it's a Holy Mount Olympus. So it takes a lot. I'm new to, you know what I'm saying, some of these things. So, and sometimes you find yourself in areas that that seems they're just different, man. Respect is earned. Respect is what you give here. You know, us as a nation, like we're given a blessing. So when you coming in like this, is you're getting a blessing like off the bat. You ain't have to do this like a gift. So you ain't have to do nothing for it, like except for do what God tell you to do, the way God tell you to do it. Period. That's it. Like get your blessing to be able to move forward. You know what I'm saying? That's the Byzantine Empire. That's us as a nation, man. But that's something that I want to reiterate. So on the 6th is what we're trying to have the Byzantine, the Jubilee event. Basically kind of like catching up all the other years that we had that we missed in the past of the Jubilees, and then having this and then start to get ready for the 90th Jubilee as well. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, the Queen and, you know what I'm saying, all the royal people and just the nation itself, the Byzantine Empire. We hear a lot that, you know what I'm saying, that we've been bought with a price and all these other things, and when you look at it and you're getting like that understanding of who, what, when, where, and why, you work hard, and it's like you need a team, and it's the most so focus point is like, for me, it's a little bit different because like it's God's leading me. So like he led me like in leading, it's like you contacting these different people, and it's like I don't mean nobody any type of disrespect. I'm not coming against really nobody. In this area is like within the Byzantine Empire, let me say this. like there was a fall before because of, you know what I'm saying, something that might have been said that was wrong, something that might have been like, or just getting a big head, or whatever it is, you know. Here, like, being the emperor is like I have to look at those areas. So then, like, if anything has been said towards anybody, like I gotta come up and represent as the nation. Like we apologize for that regard. And you know what I'm saying, if it's documented, you can always send me that. And you can always talk about it. As far as the money or value goes, like this is a very lucrative like kingdom or empire. Not really small but lucrative. It's something that's already been a part of the United States of America in some regards. I can only go, you know what I'm saying, you have to be inside, so you gotta be a part of like the heavenly family, so to speak. So the I'm housing everything, sports, entertainment, development, but everything is more or less like what you would say God's way. So it's we have our own pros, we have our own we're gonna have our own pros, our own health, on everything, because that's what it takes in these areas so that we're able to be successful in moving forward, but also be able to stand on our own, but amongst the nation. So this is a part of my heritage. As like when I looked up my name, this is what I found out, how I found out who I really am, you know. So within the nation, it's like being Israel, you know what I'm saying? So even with this and shaking hands, it's like y'all would need Israel to come in to purify the nation and all of that. So from what I'm seeing or past events is wanting, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like the world turning to God and being like, we need your help now. And it's like stepping up and, okay, this is the area that we need to work in. It's the area you need to move in. It's the area that we need to transform or transcend in. And you're dealing with powers of which you've never heard of, like seen before. You might have heard about, but you never really seen. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming in and now we dealing with, you know what I'm saying, dealing with Yah. And then there's X amount of years later, then come Dry. And I think before that was I. So I went through these areas and like I rebuild. You know what I'm saying? So it's different because like I actually went. I was on the street for a while, sleeping on the street. I went and helped in a bunch of different types of areas just to learn and help some people out of some situations. And then now it's time for me to like move forward, and then moving forward it's the Byzantine Empire and the nation. And now it's in a different areas, minister defense, but it's also emperor. And then I have to go and be retaught. And then there's areas where, you know what I'm saying, you got a school, but you're learning differently now. So us as a nation, like this is 197 strong. This is the 10, you know what I'm saying? This is like the where the power that be, or the 10 power, the 10 of power is like within our curriculum or within our power sector, it'd be 25. This is a part of that. Getting behind you, you're moving forward. So many times people like you gotta pray against, you know what I'm saying, the kindness of the devil trying to make your good. He was spoken of. Like right now we're doing the Byzantine Empire. Like I've been working. Like I've been working hard for years. So when you put in a lot of work and you talk to different people, or if if you send a proposal to a company, or you send anything that you send to somebody, and it's like they get better, but it's I never knew exactly what God was talking about with certain areas when it referred to like working. And with a man robbed God, yet he robbed me. Wherever you robbed me and tossing it off, and then a workman is worthy of his hire. You got people working, people doing all these things, these extra things, and there's no blessing coming. And it's like we passed the 400 years, so Where's the blessing? So then it starts to show who people are, and that's like the delegation or transfer of power comes in. So now it's when I realized it was the empire, I immediately I put together a project proposal or project movement as far as like the Byzantine Empire go, man. As far as moving forward in the communities as a whole, the way God would want that. So within those areas, through the different projects, understand, it's many different, but one body. So you have to come sign this. Hold on a second. Gonna help me carry this stuff? I thought you already had a piece of. Alright, so we're gonna having a luncheon. Having a luncheon, guys. So having a luncheon today. Like I said earlier, man, it kind of stresses you a little bit when you put in all this work, and it's constant. Like it seems like nothing is coming from it. Like things move in one direction, then it changes, and it's like then when you're dealing with people with power or money or something. Something goes a certain way, and if it changes, then
you put mushrooms on
there. That's you know what I'm saying. That's what you're dealing with, but it changes, you know. So sometimes it get discouraging, people. So y'all gotta keep pushing, keep focused. The only thing that's a little bit different here is like. The money or the funding wise of this is a little bit different. So that's the only thing that makes this a little bit, I would say, that's the only thing that makes it different. So it comes with its own, but we got to build. So say for instance, we take 144 people and build that way and let's move. Then we section in and then we're able to help. But worldwide, everybody need help. So what's given, there should be a new norm. So like what we moving to where we're moving to as a nation, as a nation, and as a nation is togetherness, focus, understanding, wealth. So in these areas of motivation, you know what I'm saying? Why am I saying that? Like, we take X amount of money and then you spread it. You're putting it here, you're putting it there. But if we don't take care of one another, then if we constantly pulling from each other, or we keep going to somebody when things get hard, then how are you gonna ever just get out and move and be able to protect and develop, and now you can really get a big thriving kingdom? But you want this person that started or came up with it, and it's quite different than what somebody else was doing or something of that nature. But like, one, I feel God. I feel the wrath of God. This being the kingdom, the empire, just ask for 10% for the nation to be able to develop, to be able to push, to be able to move in all these various areas. Not to be so much dependent, but for us to be independent and move forward as a people. So when you move in these areas and you come up with you find out what's going on with the rate, like basically with the debt. You like, okay, I got a way to figure that one out. You find out what's going on with this situation. You move on that. Everything moves in a certain situation with this president. Then it's like, empire wise, what do we have in place? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're moving in these areas, you want to make sure the people's protected and moving forward. Sometimes, like I've seen so many times, like one group come in, they do this. Next group come in, they tear down. And they inserting something else. And this group in, they trying to build again. It's not balanced. It's always like this. So then when it get like this, then it go here. Then it's like, where the balance at? It got to be balanced, man. So what are we gonna do? We gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, talking about each other. We gonna keep hating on each other. Or we gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, get there and move. Work is work. This is work. This hard work. This like top game. This like top, like, there was a such thing as a game or intellectual game, or this would be top level, like, movements in a game, in a certain type of game that concerns money, wealth, and the power that be, and the people of the nation moving forward. So sometimes, like, okay, a win-win situation, I understand that. That's admirable. Now, if it's attached to certain thing, it's like God's not gonna allow that. So then you gotta move a little different. Then in the church we got so much. Well, in the church we've had so much go on. So it's like, never really know. Excuse me. You never really know what to do. Why is that? So we promote work, which is fine, but when you're dealing with certain areas where it's like it gets really hard or really indignant for you too, and then you got other areas where they're not fit for that type of work. They need to go to school, create this way, and move this way. That's the type of person that need to be in school. They don't really need to be over there doing that like that. So what system we have in place? Because first thing they're gonna say, they don't have money for college. Then when you get through college and you get everything, then it's like what you got to fall back on. Okay, what career, and this, that, and the third. You know, that's where I'm at. Come up with that, moving. And for the people or the nation, like, to get up and stand behind you is amazing. Yet the focus is making sure that we are thriving forward, making sure that we got the academy, we got the music, we got everything. And it's like, with me, I'm really not trying to even go into somebody else's situation where they got people and, you know what I'm saying, money and all this other thing. Like, I'm not really on that. I'm just like building my own, the way God say build, you know, that's where I'm at. But now when you get people that want to come, want to do this, they want to do that, but you're not persuading, you're not trying to like steal from nobody. Those are the areas that we got to get a good understanding, because not all the time do we like what's going on, but at this level, communication is very wide, very, very, very wide. Not everything that seems negative is actually negative. Some things will save your life, so to speak. And so, when it comes to a close today, I'm saying donations, as we're building, it's great. 10% of what's coming in, companies, like we looking to build a certain way, like, so I'm gonna have another broadcast, and we're gonna start moving these things forward. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's private, it's still like we gotta move forward this way. And then in these areas, this is what we have, this is what we gotta do, this is the way that we get to do these things. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna look out for each other, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. We're gonna build as a kingdom, as an empire, royalty, armies, military. We already got all that stuff within the United States of America. I was born that way. So when I come in and build this, of course I ain't lead them out. So, like I said, who are you? So I want to ask y'all, who are y'all? Who are you? When it comes down to you and who you are and what you want and how you want to do it, who are you? Why is this the best thing for you? What's the best position for you to be in? How can you help the next person? Each one teach one. Who you teaching? Don't scheme on nobody. Who you teaching? All in all, it's been real. I'll be back. Empire.